Now from the courtroom in New York to a community college in Florida. President Biden was in the Sunshine State, where next week it's set to put in place some of the toughest restrictions on access to abortion services. And then this fall, voters are set to consider a ballot measure that would reverse that ban and enshrine abortion rights in the state's constitution if it passes. Aaron Navarro is following the president in Tampa. Aaron, good to see you. What did the president have to say about abortion rights in Florida today?
Ed, good to be with you. Like he has been doing, President Biden continued to tie some of the more restrictive state abortion bans to former President Trump and his role in overturning Roe v. Wade. But he also talked about and claimed that former President Trump wants a national abortion ban, and that if President Biden is president and gets something like that from a Republican-controlled Congress, he would veto it. But it's especially prevalent here in Florida, where in 1 week, a 6-week abortion ban will be enacted, making the Southeast essentially losing another state where people can get abortions up to a certain week. And you also heard President Biden kind of give action items to this issue, telling people that if they vote, they can stop it, especially interesting here in Florida, considering it's a state that the Biden campaign is looking to make a battleground.
Real quick, Aaron, one of the litmus tests on this with the president is whether he actually said the word abortion today. Did he?
He did. He said it twice, both in reference to Republican efforts for either a national abortion ban or the more restrictive abortion bans. For instance, he said Florida is going to enact one of the most anti-abortion rights laws in the country. So, yes, notable that he is saying the word in addition to the term women's reproductive health.
Right. He's been avoiding saying it explicitly, which has bothered many in his party or in his coalition. Now, the president himself is claiming now that this issue puts the state in play for his campaign, right?
Right. And it's especially an interesting claim to make, considering just how Republican Florida has turned and how Republicans here in the state have an over 800,000 voter registration advantage. But still, I talked to Congresswoman Kathy Castor, who has been representing the Tampa Bay area since 2013. She's seen a couple cycles now. I asked her about what changes this cycle to make Florida winnable for Biden. Take a listen to what she had to say.
Florida is a different state every election cycle. While it was a strong Democratic state, it trended to purple. Then it's kind of been more of a red tinge. But when you put reproductive freedom on the ballot, and you have a very distinct choice between Joe Biden, who's working for hard-working Floridians, working to lower costs, and Donald Trump, who only works for himself, that's a very stark contrast. And I anticipate it's going to go back to the old days where Florida is neck and neck.
And earlier in our chat, she referred to that ballot initiative that will be on the ballot here in Florida to essentially codify abortion up until 26 weeks. She said it was a game changer for Democrats in the state. So obviously a Florida Democrat, someone that's supporting Biden, but she believes it does change the outlook politically for Democrats here.
And as you said, someone who has seen a thing or two in Florida politics, so an important perspective to get. Aaron Navarro there in Tampa, Florida. Thank you, sir. We'll talk to you soon.